Hello everyone, in today's episode of the 1 Year Life Challenge, we're going to talk about the 8 reasons it's okay to let other people down. Hello everyone, as promised in the intro, today I want to talk about letting people down, and we're going to talk about the 8 reasons it's okay to do so. So much of our life is lived trying to impress other people who aren't even noticing some of the things we do because they've got their own problems to deal with. And freeing the attachments of constantly being a yes man or a pleaser is really important to you becoming the best version of yourself, which will ultimately help you serve those people better anyway. So as always, I'm going to begin with a quote on the topic, and that quote is, "Success is not about keeping everyone happy. It's about focusing your time and energy on the things that make you happy and that you are passionate about. Every time you are present and can see the beauty around you, that is success. Success is not dependent on other people. The task that you do say yes to should be directly aligned with your purpose, and everything else should be secondary." A quote that I've come up with on this topic. I couldn't find anything as relevant as those words there, and let's just look at some of the key points. Number one is success is not about keeping everyone happy. It is impossible to make everyone happy, so drop that from your vocabulary. Many successful people polarize opinion. You know, there's people who think Steve Jobs was a saint and people who think he was the devil. And the more successful you become, the more you polarize people. So you really need to separate that concept of making everyone happy. Being happy with yourself and primarily being aligned with your purpose is what will serve other people. They will draw inspiration from you, and you'll become the best version of yourself. So I know personally that I tried to please a lot of people for a long time, and it's impossible. It's not necessary, and it draws so much energy from you. It's great to be liked by people, but it's better to like yourself. And here's the crazy contradiction. Once you love yourself and like yourself, more people like you. It's impossible to try and love someone who doesn't love themselves. It's a very difficult act. Ask anyone who's been in a relationship with someone who doesn't love themselves. It is very tiring and very difficult to love them. So ultimately, if you do put a big benchmark on other people liking you, then immediately you should turn inwards and look at developing yourself and showing yourself love. So what are the 8 ways that will help you understand better that letting people down is not the end of the world? Well, the first way is letting people down is a concept. So you never really know when you've let anyone down. You'll never know the internal reality, the internal consciousness, the filter that a person sees the world through. And so many times we stress and worry about things that don't even worry people. You know, so many times, I don't know if you're anything like me, but I've gone up to people and said, "Listen, I'm really sorry I did that. I know it would have caused a lot of pain. Really sorry. I hope you forgive me." And they're like, "Oh yeah, that thing, oh yeah, no worries." So it's a thought concept. It doesn't exist. It just simply ruminates in your head and has no real tangible value. Number 2, you can't make everyone happy. So why try it? If I told you that it was absolutely physically impossible to put these 2 bricks on top of each other, you wouldn't waste your time doing it. So really, your precious time in this body, subjectively experiencing this pathway, should be used for better things than trying to make everyone happy on an impossible mission. Number 3, it's not that important to them. The thing that you think has really hurt them, really worried them, isn't that important to them. You and your focus on it has created it as a big issue, and now you are directing that energy onto them, thinking it must be affecting them in the same way. We like to think we're the center of the universe and our thoughts are being thought by others. It's just not that big a deal to the person that you think you've let down. 4, the problem is theirs, not yours. You know, quite often when you have to say no to someone or you can't do something for someone, it may create a problem. For example, if someone needed you to pick them up from somewhere and you couldn't do it and you said no, the problem is still theirs. But what we do is we take on the problem. We worry about how they're going to get home. We worry, did they get home safely? Taking on other people's problems is an excellent way to stress yourself out. If you don't already have enough problems in life, taking on other people's problems is definitely not going to help. And really think about it. How logical is it to start stressing about worries that you cannot help from another person? Are you really helping them? No. You'd be better to focus on yourself and therefore improving your own lot. The other way it's okay to let people down is others say no all the time. I don't know what world you live in, but people say no to me all the time. They can't do things, and that's okay. I understand, so I move on. And understanding that there's no one in this world that can do everything for everyone else should allow yourself to give yourself a break. I'm sure people haven't been able to help you in certain situations, and therefore you understand it is a normal way of life. The other way to understand it's okay to let people down is no one likes a people pleaser. Like, they're annoying and frustrating. And I mean, look at it in relationships. I mean, women might agree that that concept that nice guys finish last isn't quite true. But one of the qualities of the typical nice guys is always trying to please people, which means they have no sort of self-worth. They're never trying to please themselves. And your value is created by yourself. I think it was Mark Twain who once said, a man takes the world at his own word and believes him until he acts otherwise. And that's very, very true. No one really likes someone who's always putting other people first. They might keep you around for a little while where they can get something out of you, but ultimately we love the mystery and the strength of other people, and that's what draws us to them. The second to last reason, people will only treat you how you invite them to treat you. So if you believe that because you weren't able to help someone, they are now taking revenge on you or making your life difficult, simply close that chapter on the book. Simply not allow that to happen. If you believe that there's going to be ramifications from you not helping someone, that's a toxic person who needs to get out of your life. In a couple of days we're doing a video on getting toxic people out of your life. You don't want people who hold grudges against you. There's too much going on in the world as it is. And finally, send them love and compassion. Part of the meditation that I do every morning is about sending 5 people in particular just pure love. And that's all you can do. All you can do is send them love. There's too many, you would have heard the statement that the road to hell is paved with good intentions. There's so many people out there thinking about doing good things, trying to help people, and they're becoming enablers. They're just enabling these people not to get better. Sending love is the best thing you can do. Therefore, you can move on with your life and therefore keep the karmic chain going that we're all moving along on. Letting people down is a thought concept that people really struggle with. Mothers, brothers, fathers, uncles, sisters, so many people, friends, spouses, are constantly living on the guilt of letting people down. If you have let someone down, you know what, I've got some good news for you. It's in the past, therefore you can let it go now and move through this vehicle. Serve where it's possible, and say no to things that aren't possible. And don't carry the burden or the guilt of preconceived mind concepts of things that you can never change anyway. It's okay to let people down every once in a while. It's not okay to let yourself down. So let's continue the journey. It's definitely something to think about, and I can't wait to see you till tomorrow.